I had a few requests on the Canvas Facebook group to show how I made these different colored sections in my assignments. So I'm making a video to do that right now. In my assignments, I have a table where I set a different color for each cell of the table. And so they know the assignment is always going to be in the blue section. They know the title is going to be up here in the yellow, and the article and video for our discussion is going to be in the orange section. Sometimes I don't have an article and video for discussion depending on what that day is, but most of the time I do. So I'm going to show you how to create that. So if you go and just open up a brand new assignment, first thing I always do, of course, is name my assignment. I start with FS for forensic science, and you can see a bunch of my old numbers here. So I'm just going to number this number 65 because I haven't done. Let's do a number too big. Number 100 because I don't have a number 100. And I'm going to give this a title of demonstration. And today is Saturday, and it is January 1st. So I always put the day and date of the lesson up here. And then I need to make my table. Now, the way I actually do this is I just duplicate the previous days, but I'm going to show you how to create one from scratch. So you're going to come over here to where you see the 3 dots. You're going to click on that, and you're going to click on the table. And so you don't want to just click on the table. Really, you want to click on this little down arrow, and then you choose however many cells you want your table to have. So I'm just going to choose 8 because I feel like 8. Now, how do you actually do formatting inside of the cells? So you want to get your cursor inside of the cell you're interested in changing. You come back over here and you choose not the table button. You click the down arrow, you choose cell, and you want cell properties. So once you're in here, now you can actually change the color. You can change the size of the cell so that the cell always has a set height, always has a set width. I just leave that alone, and my cell is taller if I put more stuff in it and shorter if I put less stuff in it. So I go over here to advanced, and this is where you can choose your background color. But you have to have a code to go in here, a 6-digit hex code. So what I do is I just go into Google and type Canvas color codes. So this is what I came up with when I did that. So if you want to be really specific on your codes, you can use something like this. This is a color picker, and you can slide this down to get all sorts of different ranges of colors. That is way too many choices for me. So I prefer to do something more like this, where you can choose your colors from a smaller list of options. And so once you've found a color that you like this cyan is really a pretty color, you can just highlight it, copy it, and then you put it in here under background color and save. And you can see that colors that cell. And then I can type anything I want in that cell. So I'm going to just do a couple more of these to show you how you can get in there. And then you go to advanced and background color, and again I'm going to just choose another color. So let's go with this fuchsia. And so it's a really easy thing to do, and once you've got those colors are going to stay. So that will get you all the different colors, and you have the full range of possible colors to do that. Now, the way that I actually do this from one lesson to another is that I go into a previous lesson where I did something similar, and I just duplicate it. So I'm going to come back out and go to my assignments page. Wait for it to load. And you can see all of my assignments here, and I'm going to go back to that one. That was number 35, and you come to the 3 dots at the end and you duplicate. And what that will do is give you a copy right underneath. You'll see it says copy at the end. And so I just click on that, and then I'll go in and change everything. I'll click on edit, And I come in here and I change my title. So this is going to be FS number 100, and this is Canvas demonstration Saturday, January 1st. And I would change my topic to Canvas demonstration. Ooh, I can't type today. The article, so to change out my article and my video, because typically I have one article and then I have a video of a news clip of a news clip coverage of that same thing, and we'll watch that together and then we'll discuss it in class. So if you click on it, you can go to link options and you can change the text, you can change the link. I usually keep the full name of the link as the text for these, because sometimes the links are tricky depending on what they are actually accessing Canvas on. So I usually will leave the full link there, or I'll do a tiny URL. If I'm in a rush, I just leave the full link there. So that's how I go in. I'll just go in here and change the link. The video is a news clip video where they talk about this case. And then for my lesson materials, again, I will keep that same one and I just change it. So I leave the text, I leave that as just PowerPoint, and then I'll just go in here and delete this out. And I will just put in my new PowerPoint, whatever that is. Like I have, we're going to do JonBenét Ramsey is going to be our new case that we're going to be doing on when we go back. And I got moved into a new classroom the week of finals, and so, or midterms, I guess. So they're going to have to choose new seats, and I'm rearranging the classroom because I'm in desks now instead of tables with chairs. So all of that's going to be new. Anyway, so I go into share, and I make sure that it's on anyone can view, because it starts off unrestricted. I change it to anyone with the link can view, and then I copy my link, because if you leave it on restricted, then you can't, then they won't be able to see anything. They'll need to ask you for access. And so I put that in there. And then my note-taking guide, my notes I always do as a forced copy. So when you go into the notes, sorry about that interruption. I had a text message come in. So how the notes work, I do those as a forced copy. So my notes are fill in the blank notes. So if you click on here, you can go to the link options. Again, I leave the text as just notes. At first, I was actually putting in the title of the notes here, but that got to be a major time wasting pain. So I just leave it as PowerPoint and notes, and they know that's where to go. So in the link, I'll just delete what's here. I found if I highlighted it and hit delete, then a lot of times Canvas would just kick me out, back out to this page over here, and I would have to start over. So I don't do that anymore. Now I just hit delete and I delete the whole thing, one character at a time, because that works all the time, where the highlight and delete the whole thing at once often kicks me out. So the way that I do that, and here you can kind of see my file organization. Everything that has number 35 is connected with my number 35 lesson. NTG is note-taking guide. Assignment is the assignment. This particular assignment had a version for students who were in class and a separate version for students who were absent. I have an answer key for each of them. So I try and make my titles of all of my things really clear and easy to follow. So when you look at my note-taking guides, I do these with tables also, and I make everywhere that I expect a student to type or write something purple. So I give extra space in here so that they can actually fill these out on paper. I also make paper copies. And this makes it really clear when they are typing where it is that they need to type something. And the NTG in the title tells them this is not the assignment. This is a note-taking guide. Again, I have NTG up there. This is not an assignment. When they have an assignment, it will have assignment in the title. And so they know that that's where they need to go for the actual assignment. So I try and make that really clear and easy because I had a lot of problems at first with students turning in the wrong thing. So let me show you when I do these. I go into share and I do the anyone can view option. I copy the link, and when I put that in here, I'll put that in, and then you need to delete this part, everything where it says edit, and just change that to copy, and that will give them a forced copy link. So when they click on it, it forces them to make a copy, so they can't, so that they have the option to actually type into it. And so then I just link everything else that they need, and I tell them at the bottom what it is they need to attach, because that was one of the things my students said was super helpful last year, was knowing what assignment they need to attach, because they've got 8 different classes and they all have different things and we all do things differently. They said this really helped them. The numbers really helped them. Um, and this organization with the table and all the different colors really helped. So that is how you do that. Oh, I have a typo here. That is how I do my tables with all the different colors.